Welcome. My name is Sue Gaskell Barlow and I'm a life coach. Amongst many titles, I have one of being a writer, an author, self-published 3 books. If you're interested in reading any of those books, they're available on ebook form or on in paperback version, second edition, on my website, which is www.suesuniversityoflife.com, all lowercase and all S's. So that's Sue Gaskell, and the book's called Eating Your Words. What I wanted to do was talk a little bit about invisible conditions. And if, like myself, you have any of those issues, then maybe this is for you. If not for you, it might be for somebody that you know. My invisible condition was diagnosed over 20 years ago at a time when there was no name for something which is now very much recognised as ME and fibromyalgia. And probably about 6 years ago, I was fortunate enough to find that there was a new group forming and they were going to be talking about ME and fibromyalgia and how to handle these chronic conditions, these painful chronic conditions. And I came across some writings that I did about how I felt when I first started the course. And I thought I'd read the first one to you and maybe carry on. We'll see. And these were my thoughts on the first day when I was going for what was to be a life-changing course. And it was the ME Society, which they now have a wonderful website. They have so many connections, one with the Chronic Condition Society. And I was privileged to do a video for the original website. So worth looking that up if you have any of these things that do affect your life. So I'm just me. I'm Sue. I'm 72. And I love to make a difference by inspiring people to be the best version of themselves. What does that look like? You have to have a passion. You have to believe that you matter, and you have to look within and not without for things to give you the peace and the happiness that you so desire and you so deserve on this enjoyable journey called life. This journey is fraught with difficulties, complex situations, of which one of them is ME fibromyalgia. ME is a long name that I don't even begin to say I know how to pronounce. So it's broken down as ME. Now, when I say I have me, ME, it means literally I have me back. I'm looking after myself. I'm putting me first instead of other people, which is one of the root causes of a lot of the invisible conditions that are now diagnosed under different umbrellas. Irritable bowel is one. And on this occasion, I'm talking about ME. So this is just the journal of how I felt when I was going for help, when everything I'd tried had failed. I'd tried self-help, I'd tried counselling, I'd tried everything, meditation, and I didn't quite get it. So that I was having to rest probably half of the week to go out and do ordinary things. And people used to think, look at Sue, she's so well. And they hadn't got a clue. And so if you look after yourself, people will say, well, why do you bother putting your makeup on or looking after yourself? Because that gives me a feeling of confidence when inside I'm shaking to the core of my being, when it takes all of my energy to do the most ordinary things. So this is what I wrote when I was going for the first session. I woke feeling tired after a reasonable night's sleep. Today I am hoping that the effort it will take to go out will be worthwhile, and I hope that I will begin to change my life. I am hoping to gain new insights into the ME and fibromyalgia condition that I've had over 20 years. My name is Sue Gaskell Barlow, and I was diagnosed with this condition at a time when not many people, including doctors, recognize this invisible and at times debilitating health problem. Becoming your own health guru and energy monitor begins with simple steps after the diagnosis. For me, years of reading, counselling, doctors, extra nutrition, and meditation, amongst many other things, had moved me forward. I was beginning to get through a day, although going out in the evening was a thing of the past for me. Then, nursing with love and compassion, my husband Steve, who was diagnosed with motor neurone disease at the age of 61, took its toll. With hospice help for 2 years, Steve had the best care at home with just 2 respite weeks. On these occasions, he went into care and I rested at home, alone in my bed, day and night for the first 4 days of the 7, because I'd crashed. That's an ME term as well. The next 3 days, I was able to recharge my batteries to be a 5 out of 10 in energy. 1 means that you're just surviving, and 10 is whoopee, the world's a wonderful place. This was not very high, however. With help, I managed to care for Steve, and he died at home 7 months ago. This story is my journey since then, and the opportunity to really nail this condition and learn to function and work by going on this amazing course. I will not waste the time, as I am excited as I get into the car. I am determined to be on time, and so yawning most of the way, missing the turning completely, and with brain fog robbing me of the number of the centre, even though I had been before, I stopped the car, wondering if it was going to be possible to even get there. I felt very vulnerable and anxious. I had to do my breathing exercises and then go very slowly, retracing my steps in the hope I would see something familiar. Nothing. Now it was 10 minutes to the course starting, and I'd checked my address book and phone without any luck. Common sense and a straight road came to my rescue, and I watched for another car coming along. After a few minutes, no luck, and 2 drives later, I had found the driveway. With a huge sigh of relief, I parked the car and looked around. Nothing was stirring. It was beautiful. The countryside was astonishing. Taking a deep breath, I walked around into the allotted room, and a very warm welcome. I sank into the beanbag and closed my eyes. I was here, and it felt safe. I just knew I had been guided here with love. When everyone was settled, Kira and Tina, the course leaders, introduced themselves, and we were asked to say a few words about ourselves to each other. The scene was set, and even though I kept closing my eyes, I was relaxed and thrilled to know that everything was being given to us in handouts to take home, so no notes needed to be done. I could use my energy to focus on the amazing information that was being revealed to us. The relief, the feeling of not being alone was so real. I was understood, I was respected, I was accepted. Most of all, I knew that at last I could begin to reevaluate my life. And even with this invisible illness, I could structure my life so that a new normal would give me a truly rewarding rest of my life. I felt a sense of freedom and belonging. I felt the loving energy as though I could touch it. Here I was, Susie, in my 70th year, and feeling like a teenager in my spirit. Time seemed to stand still for me, and as the course unfolded, I knew the jigsaw puzzle called my life was evolving. The pieces that I didn't know how to put together were in the process of completion. I had come full circle. I was coming home. The tree of life and its branches, which were shown, had answers to some of the reasons my body, my struggle Mine had struggled over the years until in the end it had just stopped working properly. Meltdown and frustration, with little understanding, had been my bedfellow for 2 decades. Now, with patience and new insight from the wonderful information given, I was aglow. I have the best friend ever, myself, on my side, cheering me on. I have an amazing support team who are here for me as I grow in awareness of how precious my miraculous body will achieve wellness from illness. Take the I and add the we, and together we get a team. I will close now with gratitude and appreciation on the first session and my findings of the ME group here in New Zealand. I am so thrilled to share that with you, and I will be sharing the next one in a further live here on YouTube. If this has been of any help to you, then stay tuned and join me on Sue's University of Life here on YouTube. Join, subscribe, ding the bell, and also on Facebook and other social media. I've written books. I have a website, www.suesuniversityoflife.com. There's a little shop where you can buy the books. There's self-help. There's an email. A simple email will get you a free booklet with lots of valuable information in. And until we meet again, and until you understand that you have to put the effort in, this won't go away. However, you can manage it and not let it manage you. This is just one of the invisible conditions that there are answers. You can live a far healthier life. And yes, you have to change some of the ways you think about things. I can help you with all of that. I hope you've enjoyed this live. For now, this is Sue Gaskell-Barlow saying, look after yourself. Remember you matter. Take some nice deep breaths and ask yourself, what is my passion? Who am I? And what am I here to do? And once you find the answer to that, or want the answer, then you're hooked. And now you can begin your work and begin the journey of self-awareness, reevaluate, and find exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life. It's never too late. I'm 72. Sue Gaskell-Barlow saying, bye for now. Bye. Subscribe. Ring the bell. Bye.